The Hermes special order process, full on guide, step by step. We're going to go through it. This is going to be a long video. A lot of you have requested a longer one. I've done a short one before, but we're going to do a long, full length one. So grab a coffee, grab a cocktail, and let's go, okay? We'll talk about how you can get, what you can get, all the options, all the colors, all the styles, everything like that, how it changes, etc., okay? My process in Paris was a little different, so I'll do a separate video if you guys want about my process both times and all that, but this is kind of how the general process works and in the US, where I think it's a little different in France as well. Certain colors, certain styles are only available with certain bags, certain leathers, etc., so we'll go through all of that too, okay? So first we're going to do the 2024 guide according to Purse Bop, which goes you through the process, and then we'll do the step-by-step guide once you get one. Okay, first, what's a special order? It's just something that Hermes gives to certain clients the availability to design their own bag, color, style, everything about the bag, okay? And I think they do twice a year, and they can choose between all the different Birkins and Kellys, and then a bunch of other non-quota bags as well. So there are some limitations. You can't change the shape or the dimensions or the closure, but these are the things that you can customize. Type of bag, size of bag, leather, color, single color with contrast stitching, bi-color, different color on the inside or different color on the inside, verso, hardware, stitching, strap length. Here's some more cuties. And the telltale sign is the horseshoe stamp, which is very rare. You can only get it on a special order bag, okay? It's amazing to design your own because it'll really be custom 101, but also it's kind of like a sign, a stamp, like a, you know, if you know, to someone else can see that because it's a very rare thing that people are allowed to do. It includes a high status as a valued and loyal customer, okay? If you can't get one yourself, you can obviously buy one on secondhand. They are much more than the regular bags too, depending on the color combo, etc. So these are the bags you can get that are quota, I believe. Birkin 2530, 3540, Retourné or Cellier, but I think they're getting rid of Cellier. Kelly, Mini Kelly 20, 25, 28, 32, 35, Retourné or Cellier, so not the bigger sizes. Kelly Pochette, but sometimes excluded. Non-quota bags, Constance 18 and 124. Hardware, gold or palladium on all bags. Rose gold varies by location and bag. Brush gold and palladium are only available on special order bags, but not on the Mini Kelly. I did not get this option. Permabrass is available on a special order bag and can be available on the Mini Kelly, which is what we both got for both times. Stitching can be contrast stitching or pop a color or tonal. Depends on how flashy or how subtle you want it to be. Leather choices, Epsom, Chèvre, Togo, Clemence, Ostrich, Crocodile, Alligator. Not everyone gets offered an exotic. I was not offered an exotic. They are for VVIP clients. I think I'm only an IP client. So there's 3 types of lining you can do. You can do the outside and the inside of the bag are the same color, but it has to have contrast stitching because it can't look like a regular bag. Otherwise, it would just be a regular bag. Verso, where the outside of the bag is one color and the inside of the bag is a different color. We did one of these, and then the color on the inside has to be one of the lining colors. It can't be one of the outside colors, which they have separate colors for each kind of thing. And then Multico, which is the first one I did. It's bi-color on the bag. The front and the back and the bottom of the bag will be one color, and the sangles, handle, and shoulder strap and sides of the bag will be a second color. And the inside will be the primary first color. And there's a box that you can look through, which I'll show you in a sec, which I'll show you at the beginning, to choose everything and see everything. They used to have tricolor, they don't have anymore. And then the strap can be 70, 85, 105, and 120. I think we got 185 and 105 on Mini Kellys. I didn't know this, but initials can be added, the clochette, and metal motifs can be added, the horse's head, shooting star, all those things. I didn't know about the second part. Initials, I know you can always go these all secondhand, not secondhand, later though, on any bag, I think, or at least the initials part. Hello. So you can be invited before and have time to think about it and pick a bag, or you can just be invited at this. Like for me, I just was told that day, that bag. So I didn't get to pick any other bags. Although I probably could have asked, but I was getting a Mini Kelly, so I didn't want to. And they used to do it on paper. Now they do it on like iPads. Although mine was on paper, and the first one was on paper, the second one was on iPad. Here's a full little thing. So we got the colors, the stitching, the leathers, the hardware, everything you can see. The iPad's a little better because you can do a mock-up, but the colors might not be exactly the same as it would be in person, where you have these little swatches of every color that's available and on the leather, because different colors look different on different leathers. But the iPad's cool because you could see it. But either way, they email you at the end a photo kind of thing. So this is really amazing to see. You can see the different types and styles on each different bag and how it would kind of look. And this is kind of what the iPad looks like if you're designing it, which I can show you videos of this too, because I have a lot of videos of this. Also, they're made in France. So if you get them in France, it's a lot faster. Otherwise, they have to make it in France, then you prove it and then send it to you in the US. Also, Hermes has to approve, and the artisan has to approve doing the sometimes, like the stitching might not be always available from my understanding. Like if you pick a contrast stitching that's a third color, which is what I did, it might not be approved. And they usually tell you a year to 18 months. Luckily, we got 6 months and 3 months for mini Kellys in Paris, which is crazy. Crazy! And then every year the colors are specific. So you can't get every color in every bag. They only have certain bags, certain colors in certain bags. And that's also based on, I think, availability, because they're using leathers, leftover leathers from other bags that they've made. So how much supply of that color and that leather is available for what they have to make, like what their, plan schedule is and what is excess. So they only have, and they can only make so many special orders because they only have so much excess of leather. So we can go through all the colors too for 2025. This one's 2024. And this is a little box, which is really, really helpful because it can give you all the information and see everything in hand. Here's a little thing, bigger thing. It's all the different colors, and they're all in different leathers, and then the stitching, which you can put on it, and the hardware you can put on the swatches. So now the step-by-step guide. It's long. This might be a 10-minute video. I hope it's helpful. I hope you guys are sticking around to see or hear everything. This guide is going to assist the decision-making process. I wish I would have had this first and avoid any surprises, because it was a impromptu both times. So like this, I had envisioned one, but I wasn't able to get everything that I wanted, so I had to go with what was available. Make sense? Okay, so Birkin and Kelly's obviously the most sought after, as she says here, but then you can get Kelly Pochette, Constance, Lindy, and a bunch of other bags. Mini Kelly and Pochette, which are the hardest to get. And then after that, all the other quota bags. And then the other bags, I don't even think, I've seen people get offered them. So it's really a step-by-step process. Takes a lot of time, could be over a year. You want to make it perfect, pick all your choices and make sure it's perfectly what you want, and then wait, because you might even forget what you got. So first thing you do in the step-by-step, step one, we're on step one, pick the style and size, because that will determine the leathers and everything else. And like I said, most people get a quota bag, right? But you can also get a non-quota bag and men's bags. Oh, here, exactly. Okay, so Birkin Cellier 25 and 30 have been taken off the special order list. So you can't special order them anymore, which is crazy. And they're discontinuing those bags anyway. So if you have one, or if you've gotten one, or you want one, run to your store and ask if they have any left, because after that, they're going to be gone. Except for like the limited edition, like the Faubourg and stuff like that. But I think they're also finishing the Faubourg too, which means resale prices will skyrocket even more than they already are. This is a really helpful tool because it shows all the other non-quota bags they can get, which we'll list down below. You can see all the different styles you can get. So these are the quota bags you can get. Mini Cellier 20, Kelly Pochette, which is in a quota bag, Cellier, Kelly in those sizes, Kelly return, same sizes except for 40, and Birkin return in all the sizes. No 50s, no bigger, although let's check the men's section. Non-quota bags, Constance, which is not a quota bag, 24 in the bigger sizes, Bolide in the mini 25 and 30, the Elan clutch in 29, the Lindy mini 26, 30. I think a mini Lindy special order looks really good. Picotin 18, 22, 26. I've never seen that before. A Rulli mini 23. So no Evelyn's, it seems like, no her bags, those kind of things. Oh, look at this Constance. Outside, inside is really nice too. And there are men's bags available. So the Dépêche Pochette 25, that's that one that's always on the website. The Dépêche Port Documents, which is a bigger briefcase. Sac à Dépêche Messenger, which is, I don't remember what that is. The Hack in the 40, so good to know you can get one Hack, one size. And the Backpack in the PM and GM. I feel like I have to go faster. Okay, so then you pick the leather. Our leathers are all different, and you know it's going to determine how the look and the feel and the durability of long-term wear of the leather. So a lot of people go for Togo, but you can also get exotic, and you can also get chevre and stuff like that. Togo, Clement, Swift, Epsom, chevre, matte alligator, shiny croc. Ooh! Like I said, certain leathers for certain styles, okay? So not every leather comes in every style. I'm just going to show you these paws if you want to see. These are the leathers in these bags. More photos. These are all the leathers for the non-quota bags. See, every bag does not have every leather. Oh! A little mouse charm. Men's bags. There are only certain colors available in certain leathers, so you have to pick those too. Again, I'm going to rush through these, okay? But you can see the swatches for each color so they can show you. These are the colors for matte alligator. These are the colors for polished alligator and croc. These are the colors for Clemence. These are colors for Togo, Swift, Epsom, chevre. Interior, you only get certain options too. Interior chevre. And making the most of the color selection. It is restrictive and there are a lot of missing colors, so it's limited, but you know, you have neutrals and darker tones and some light hues and shades and then some pops of color. And these are 3 different styles, which we already talked about what you can do. Blah, 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 blah. Mwah! Running out of time. Mwah! Next is stitching, so you can do contrast, tone on tone, or do a third color completely different from the bag, which is what we did for both the mini Kellys. Stitching is the hardest to picture because you only get a little piece to see on the leather. Then hardware, there's 6 different kind of hardwares. Different leather bags have different hardwares. These are the 6. This is what they look like. Like mini Kellys can't get brushed. Strap length, 4 sizes for Kelly. Embossing, we don't want to talk about. Final thoughts, this is a 1 of 1, so if you want to do it, you should definitely do it. We'll have to do a part 2, and then I will also talk about my personal experience and show you and walk you through that. Okay, bye guys, thanks.